Quite an interesting year at CES. The
Mhm,
first thing that occurs to me
mhm,
is that it was a China takeover of CES. I don't
mhm,
know if it was because of robotics or other things happening in the world, but usually there were pre-pandemic a lot of Chinese companies,
mhm,
usually like on the outskirts of the aisles selling accessories.
mhm,
But this year they appear to be the main event.
mhm,
You walk through Central Hall with all of the incredible televisions
mhm.
that companies like TCL
Yeah.
are making,
Mhm,
and there are no American companies there.
mhm.
Of course, Sony is always there and had a huge presence as always. But even in the XR area, Ted, as we predicted, there were lots of glasses there, all of them from Chinese companies.
Yeah,
Mhm,
but I would say this year, Dean, see if you agree with me,
mhm,
was a year of dramatic change because you mentioned Sony, right? But Sony didn't have their traditional offerings at the booth. Sony was showing their
mhm.
electric car. I'm not sure who's buying that electric car, but they put all of their booth resources and dollars into showing that. And unless I missed it, they weren't
Mhm.
showing their traditional consumer electronics offerings at all at CES. They did not show their televisions.
That's right. Yeah,
Something of hope. It's the
they
future.
only yeah they had a very much smaller booth. I went to the get a demo of the Afeela car,
The
and
car.
yeah,
Yeah.
there was nothing but that, right? And they had a few TVs on the wall that were showing off some games, but no, nothing playable, nothing really.
What do you think that's about? What do you think that strategy is about? That they've
Well,
given up? They're
I
not
mean,
they're not doing consumer electronics anymore?
no, I think everybody seemed to be in a year of cutting costs right now. Like Samsung itself didn't have a booth on the show floor, right? And
Right.
That was remarkable.
that was first. They also didn't have a press briefing, except at the show that they put on at the Wynn, where they had like a small press event, and you know, I they had a lot of products. They had a lot of cool stuff to show, but they walked people through it, sort of I don't know, one small group at a time. Right? So, very different approach this year. I mean,
Yeah, I just wonder if
you
these
know,
corporations,
mm,
study the return on investment of these very
mm,
large
mm,
expenditures to create this show presence, and they realize that,
mhm,
in today's age and how people consume their information and get their stories, even, professionals in the industry, right? People that work in the consumer electronics industry,
mhm.
there is no real ROI to a giant booth showing all your washing machines and televisions. It doesn't make a
Mhm.
lot of sense anymore.
Yeah. And it was almost like a very different set of companies that had sort of the biggest presence, like AMD, Nvidia had a very large presence over
Huge.
at the
Yeah.
Fountainbleau show
Yeah.
at at a different hotel, right? And so I don't think they counted as an official CES keynote, but as far as the number of press there goes and all that, it was huge. So yeah, I think CES seems to be in some kind of transition state. And then, of course, the biggest thing about the Chinese and their presence at the show was really Lenovo at the Sphere, right? I mean, they had the biggest keynote, the most interesting venue, and showed
And
off.
all the robotics, right? The
Yeah,
Chinese robotics companies
yeah.
proliferating the floor more than you could imagine. There were more robots than humans at one point, like walking around the floor. It was crazy.
Mhm.
Did you get to go
Yeah,
to the Sphere, Dean? Because I wasn't able to
yeah,
go. How was
yeah.
the show? The
I think they put on a
experience?
good show. I mean, at the end of it, I think a lot of people waited for Gwen Stefani to give a concert, right? And so she was there. They had some announcements they did with FIFA. They also provide a lot of the tech for the Sphere itself. So it was interesting to see some of that sort of promotion of the
Did
tech.
they leverage the Sphere? Like we went this week to see the Backstreet Boys in the Sphere, which is
Hmm.
the perfect band to see in the
Hmm.
Sphere. It's all about, you know,
Hmm.
bubblegum music and bubblegum graphics, and it was fantastic. And we saw the Wizard of Oz in the Sphere.
Hmm.
But I'm curious if Lenovo, as a tech company, like
Hmm.
was it entertaining or was it just like a giant, PowerPoint screen?
That was exactly what I felt like for a lot of the show, which was like, why are they using this to do PowerPoints on top
Yeah,
of
well,
a
so that's what it was.
but they use the vibrating seats quite a bit
That's fun.
whenever they had a new announcement or something. And I don't know. I mean, the visuals were well done. They were good. But yeah, so much of the time they were making announcements that you felt like were what you would do at a much smaller CES press
So
conference,
right,
right?
they didn't really creatively leverage the
Hmm.
amazement of the screen, which is not too bad. Because when bands with their visual creation teams do it right, it is an
Hmm.
unbelievable spectacle. It is so much fun to
Yeah,
watch.
I got to see the
That's
Eagles
just
there, and it was amazing. Yeah.
yeah.
So let's talk XR at the show.
Hmm.
We thought there would be a lot of glasses there. There were.
Hmm.
The Rokid had an incredibly large booth,
Hmm.
and some uh, prop glasses on the floor that were 10 feet high and 30 feet wide.
Hmm.
So they were crowded and got a lot of attention. I thought, as did most of the um, at XR, their Neo booth at TCL was very crowded.
Hmm.
Of course, Xreal was there, much smaller booth than they've had in the past,
Well,
but
they've scaled back, I think, quite a lot. Yeah.
but
Hmm.
yeah, and they were they're announced a big partnership with Google through Project Aura glasses,
Hmm.
and of course they had the Project Aura glasses there under wraps. There actually was nothing underneath the black cloak, but they actually said they don't even have working pairs of them yet. They're all at Google.
Hmm.
But they also hinted heavily in my interview with them that they thought around the time of Google I/O that
Hmm.
they would be released and available at least for us to test them.
That's the ultimate. Nothing to see here. Keep
Right?
moving.
But they announced, excuse me, a deal with ROG, and they have a pair that look like their regular S1
Hmm.
glasses that have a slightly different shape, like I guess gamier or sportier looking.
Hmm.
So I think they are going after the gamer audience with their display glasses. Um,
Hmm.
Essentially, Vitcher, probably their largest competitor, is having some success with that niche, and I think they're moving away from entertainment and productivity and looking for those first adopters who generally are gamers. So, and there's no doubt they'll have some success there. Display glasses are really great for gaming on the go.
Yeah. Do you
So
use them,
that's
Dean? Do you ever use glasses from one of those companies to like have a remote monitor or a floating monitor when you're on an airplane or when you're sitting in
Yeah,
your
I
living room?
mean, yeah, I've used Xreal, but mostly just for watching movies, I guess. My kid really likes them, so I think you know, I probably could be much more of a power user of it, but yeah, no, so far not.
and of course lots of AI glasses that had cameras as sensors but no
Hmm.
displays. And
Hmm.
then there were a number of display glasses, including Ray Neo, that have monochromatic displays,
Hmm.
right? So they can do translation, transcription, directions, things that don't, really have depth or need color, that are
Hmm.
just basic functionality.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know how popular those are going to be.
Hmm.
It still feels to me niche.
Hmm.
I will say my default is, well, Warby Parker or Ray Bans. They're great glasses. They have to be great glasses first, but a lot of them struck me as feeling a lot like the Ray Bans.
Hmm.
So I think the big thing here is not necessarily brand, but distribution.
Hmm.
So, you can have glasses that are as good as the Ray-Bans, but how are people going to try them and use them? Ray-Bans are everywhere now.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
even though they're,
they're selling in the millions, right? Yeah.
well, yeah, I mean, they're in every mall in the country. I
Hmm.
think that's what Google's hoping to do through their deal with Warby. And
Hmm.
that kind of distribution, especially for a new product that
Hmm.
people need to kind of see in the wild before they fork over $400,
Hmm.
is a critical advantage over
Hmm.
all those guys who you're going to have to find on the web, and
Hmm.
you don't know whether they're going to send you something you're really going to like or not.
Yeah.
I tried so many pairs of sort of knockoff smart glasses that looked like Ray-Bans. I
Hmm.
would say they have mastered the art of the really bad demo. Like single booth you go. It looks nice. They look like glasses. They've got the cameras. And then you say, "Oh, can you show me the functionality?" And then the excuses begin. "Oh, well, the internet's not
Well,
good for
right.
you.
Well, the
Oh, it's
internet was quite
loud."
bad. The internet was quite bad
Yeah.
at the show.
Well, it's like it just was a consistent pattern of they cannot demonstrate the product. Like, you
Yeah.
could figure out how to like build a closed loop and do this stuff. If they actually wanted to put some energy into it. They
Yeah.
did not at all. Like
But
every single one,
yeah.
demos are worse than the next.
I did visit and do an interview with the one of the top guys at Schott, the German glass makers, and they were at the show and talking about ramping up a huge factory in Malaysia for making the glass for AR glasses alongside Loomis, the waveguide maker, and they are very excited about ramping up production for these things. And so like if you're thinking of the glass, it's not for the $400 version of these Meta Ray-Ban glasses, but the $800 display version, that
So
has
they believe that
AR.
there's going to be a robust market around these things,
Yeah, yeah,
putting resources and dollars against it.
yeah, exactly. For the display ones with the AR glasses on the lens.